For almost 2 decades, millions of viewers have welcomed the Roloff family into their living rooms, watching them navigate the beautiful, chaotic, and often heartbreaking realities of life on a pumpkin farm in Oregon. We have seen marriages crumble, new love blossom, and a bitter family feud that threatened to tear an empire apart. But just when fans thought they had seen every possible twist and turn this family could offer, a brand new rumor has taken the internet by storm, leaving everyone questioning everything they thought they knew about the future of the Roloff legacy. Whispers are growing louder by the day that Zach and Tori Roloff, who famously stepped away from the TLC cameras, might be keeping a massive secret. Are they quietly preparing to welcome baby number 4? And amidst this swirling speculation, matriarch Amy Roloff has reportedly stepped in with a surprise so deeply emotional, so incredibly unexpected, that it has left the entire family and the fandom in absolute tears. What exactly did Amy do? And is there truth to the biggest bombshell to hit the family in years? The answers are finally starting to emerge, and they paint a picture of a family desperately trying to heal. Welcome back, everyone. If you've been following the saga of Little People, Big World, you know that the last few years have been nothing short of a roller coaster. Between the explosive fallout over the sale of Roloff Farms, Zach and Tori's decision to pack up and move to Washington, and the ultimate end of their time on reality television, it felt like an era had permanently closed. But reality television families never truly leave the spotlight. And for the Roloffs, the drama and the joy continue long after the director yells cut. Recently, the entertainment world has been buzzing with speculation regarding Tori Roloff. Fans have been scrutinizing her every post, looking for clues that she might be expanding her beautiful family. At the same time, sources are buzzing about a deeply sentimental gesture from Amy Roloff that reportedly bridged the gap of recent family tensions. Today, we are going to dive deep into the rumors, the facts, and the emotional undercurrents that are currently defining Zach and Tori's new chapter. We will unpack the clues regarding baby number 4, and we will reveal the touching details behind Amy's surprise gift. The rumor mill in Hollywood and reality television never truly sleeps. And when it comes to Zach and Tori Roloff, fans are always on high alert for baby news. The couple already shares 3 beautiful children, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah. After Josiah was born in 2022, Tori was remarkably candid about the physical and emotional toll that pregnancy took on her body. In numerous interviews and podcast appearances, she strongly hinted, if not outright stated, that their family was complete. But as any parent knows, feelings can shift as children grow out of the infant stage. The genesis of the current rumors seems to stem from a subtle shift in Tori's online presence. Observers noted that her recent social media updates have carried a particularly nostalgic tone, frequently reflecting on how fast time is passing and how quickly her youngest, Josiah, is growing out of his baby phase. In the world of celebrity observation, this kind of nostalgia is often interpreted as the first sign of baby fever. Furthermore, fans have been dissecting the framing of her recent photos, suggesting that she has been using strategic angles and oversized clothing, a classic celebrity tactic when trying to keep early news under wraps. To truly understand why the internet is convinced that a 4th baby is on the way, we have to look closely at how Tori communicates with her audience. Since leaving Little People, Big World, her social media platforms, and the podcast she hosts with Zach have become her primary narrative tools. Recently, Tori posted a heartfelt reflection on mothering 3 children, and eagle-eyed fans latched onto her ambiguous phrasing about what the future holds for their family. She mentioned leaving things in God's hands, a slight pivot from her previous, more definitive statements about being completely done having children. Added to this was a seemingly innocuous video where a fan claimed to spot a prenatal vitamin bottle in the background of her kitchen. While Tori has not explicitly confirmed or denied the current wave of speculation, her silence is deafening to a fan base that is used to her quick, often humorous debunking of internet gossip. When a celebrity who usually shuts down rumors instantly decides to let them breathe, it naturally throws fuel on the fire. To appreciate the weight of these rumors, we must look back at the incredible, often challenging journey Zach and Tori have navigated as parents. Their path has been documented under the harsh glare of reality television, opening their most vulnerable moments to public consumption. All three of their children inherited achondroplasia, the same form of dwarfism that Zach and his mother, Amy, have. This reality has brought unique medical considerations to their parenting journey. Viewers watched with bated breath as their eldest, Jackson, underwent leg surgery to correct bowing, a common complication of achondroplasia. Tora has always been transparent about her anxieties and fears as an average-height mother raising children with dwarfism, leaning heavily on Zach's lived experience and the support of the wider dwarfism community. Welcoming a fourth child would mean embracing these challenges and triumphs all over again, requiring immense emotional and physical bandwidth. Their journey has been characterized by fierce advocacy, unconditional love, and a desire to give their children as normal a life as possible despite their famous surname. But that is only part of the story. The decision to expand their family would not just be a medical or a logistical one. It would be deeply intertwined with the massive life changes they have made over the past 2 years. The backdrop against which these baby rumors are playing out is entirely different from the setting of their previous pregnancies. Zach and Tori no longer reside in Oregon, a stone's throw from the iconic Roloff farms. Following a bitter and highly publicized disagreement with Zach's father, Matt Roloff, over the purchase of a portion of the family farm, the couple made the monumental decision to pack up and move to Battleground, Washington. This move was not just a change of address. It was a declaration of independence. They traded the sprawling acreage of the pumpkin farm for a beautiful, more manageable property where they could build their own legacy on their own terms. This new environment has seemingly brought the couple a sense of peace and autonomy that was lacking during the height of the farm drama. Building this new sanctuary has required immense effort, from home renovations to establishing a new routine for their children. If they are indeed preparing to welcome a fourth child, this Washington home will serve as the first nursery that is completely detached from the shadow of the Roloff farm's legacy. Perhaps the biggest shift in Zach and Tori's lives was their ultimate decision to walk away from Little People, Big World. For Zach, the show had been a constant presence for essentially his entire life. The cameras captured his awkward teenage years, his courtship with Tori, their wedding, and the births of all their children. However, the nature of reality television thrives on conflict, and the farm feud with Matt provided more conflict than the couple was willing to endure for the sake of entertainment. Tori expressed a growing discomfort with having her children's most difficult moments broadcasted to millions. Leaving a lucrative reality television contract is a massive financial and professional gamble. It requires a pivot to new revenue streams, which they have successfully managed through their podcast, brand partnerships, and social media influencing. This newfound privacy means that if Tori is pregnant, she does not have a production schedule dictating when and how she announces the news. She has reclaimed ownership of her family's narrative. Walking away from a steady television paycheck changes the financial calculus for any family. Raising 3 children, particularly children who may require specialized medical care and physical therapy as they grow, is undoubtedly expensive. A fourth child would only add to these financial responsibilities. However, industry insiders note that Zach and Tori have navigated their post-television careers with savvy business acumen. Their podcast, Raising Heights, has garnered a dedicated listenership, allowing them to monetize their stories without the intrusive presence of a camera crew in their living room. Furthermore, their home in Washington represents a solid investment. But beyond the finances, the personal reality of a fourth child means dividing their time and energy even further. Tori has spoken candidly about the chaos of managing 3 young kids, describing days where she feels overwhelmed and exhausted. The decision to add another baby to the mix would require an immense leap of faith and a rock-solid partnership between her and Zach. And this is where things took an unexpected turn in the broader family dynamic. You cannot discuss the current state of Zach and Tori's lives without acknowledging the lingering emotional bruises left by the farm feud. The dissolution of the dream that Zach would one day take over the family property created a profound rift, not just between Zach and Matt, but across the entire family ecosystem. The argument over price, expectations, and entitlement played out painfully on television, leaving viewers divided and the family fractured. While time and distance have cooled the immediate anger, the underlying sadness remains. Zach has been open about the fact that his relationship with his father is fundamentally changed, operating now on a more distant, cordial level rather than the tight-knit bond they once shared. This estrangement makes milestones, like the potential arrival of a new baby, inherently complicated. It raises questions about visitations, involvement, and whether a new grandchild could serve as a bridge to reconciliation or simply another reminder of what has been lost. Amidst the tension between Zach and Matt, Amy Roloff has found herself navigating incredibly tricky waters. As a mother, her instinct has always been to protect and support her children, but as Matt's ex-wife and a continued presence in the family's public sphere, she has had to tread carefully. Amy has been a staunch supporter of Zach and Tori's move to Washington, frequently making the drive up to visit her grandchildren. She has often expressed her own sorrow over the loss of the farm legacy for her boys, sympathizing with Zach's disappointment. Yet Amy has also worked hard to build her own new life with her husband, Chris Merrick. Her role has shifted from the frantic mother running a household of teenagers to a grandmother trying to maintain strong bonds across state lines and emotional divides. She has become the emotional glue holding the fractured pieces of the family together, ensuring that her grandchildren still feel the warmth of the Roloff family traditions, even if they are no longer happening on the farm. Because what happened next surprised even longtime fans and revealed just how dedicated Amy is to preserving that familial bond. According to sources close to the family, Amy recently orchestrated a surprise for Zach, Tori, and the kids that left everyone entirely speechless. While the internet was busy hunting for baby bumps, Amy was quietly working on a deeply sentimental project. Reports indicate that Amy presented the family with a beautifully crafted, handcrafted memory chest. But it was not just an empty box. Inside, Amy had painstakingly curated a collection of family heirlooms, photographs, and cherished items from Zach's childhood on the farm. Items that Zach thought had been lost or left behind in the chaotic transitions of the past few years. There were reportedly old journals, baby clothes that belonged to Zach, and a heartfelt, handwritten letter from Amy to Tori, thanking her for being the anchor of their family. This gesture was not flashy. It was not made for television cameras. It was a profoundly private, incredibly thoughtful gift designed to validate Zach and Tori's journey and to ensure that the happy memories of the past were not entirely overshadowed by the recent conflicts. To understand why this memory chest left everyone in tears, you have to look at the psychology of the Roloff family dynamics. When Zach lost his bid for the farm, he did not just lose a piece of real estate. He lost a tangible connection to his past and his perceived future. The farm was his identity. By gathering these specific, cherished items and presenting them in their new Washington home, Amy was essentially telling Zach that his history, his childhood, and his legacy belonged to him, regardless of who owns the deed to the property in Oregon. It was a validation of his feelings and a tangible piece of home. Furthermore, the letter addressed directly to Tori was a massive statement of solidarity. Mother-in-law and daughter-in-law relationships can be famously complex, especially when family drama is involved. By taking the time to specifically honor Tori's role in keeping their family strong, Amy provided a level of emotional support that Tori desperately needed during a time of immense transition. When whispers of this heartfelt gift began to leak out through family friends and subtle social media acknowledgments, the fan reaction was overwhelmingly emotional. For years, viewers have watched Amy struggle with her own place in the family following her divorce from Matt. Seeing her step into this role as the compassionate, healing matriarch resonated deeply with the audience. Social media forums dedicated to the show lit up with praise for Amy's emotional intelligence. Many fans noted that this was exactly the kind of closure Zach needed to fully embrace his life in Washington. It allowed him to close the chapter on the farm feud with peace rather than bitterness. The emotional fallout within the family was reportedly just as profound. Sources claim that the gift led to a deeply emotional evening for Zach and Tori, allowing them to reflect on how far they have come and how strong their marriage has remained despite the external pressures. Naturally, in the fast-paced world of celebrity gossip, fans immediately began trying to connect Amy's emotional gift to the swirling rumors about a fourth baby. Some speculative corners of the internet suggested that Amy's gift was a congratulatory present for a secret pregnancy, a way to pass down family heirlooms to the next generation. Others theorized that the emotional healing brought about by Amy's gesture created the exact kind of peaceful, secure environment that might make Zach and Tori feel ready to expand their family. When a couple has been in survival mode, dealing with family estrangement and cross-state moves, having another child often feels impossible. But when the dust settles and emotional wounds begin to heal, the conversation often shifts. Whether the gift was a reaction to baby news or simply a catalyst for family healing, the timing of both narratives intersecting has created a massive wave of public interest in the couple's next moves. If the rumors prove true, and Tori is indeed pregnant, a fourth baby would arrive into a vastly different world than Jackson, Lila, or Josiah did. This baby would be the first Roloff grandchild born completely free from the obligations of the TLC production schedule. They would not have camera crews tracking their first steps or capturing their early medical appointments. This privacy would allow Zach and Tori to navigate the often stressful early days of parenthood with a profound sense of normalcy. It would also solidify their Washington house not just as a refuge from the farm drama, but as the foundational home for their completed family. A new baby brings a fresh start, a new dynamic, and a demand for absolute presence. For Zach, who has spent so much time grieving the loss of his childhood farm, a new child could serve as the ultimate reminder that his true legacy is not land or soil, but the children he is raising alongside the woman he loves. The concept of legacy has always been the central theme of Little People, Big World. Matt Roloff built the farm as a monument to what a little person could achieve, intending for it to be a multi-generational legacy. But as we have seen, legacies do not always look the way we plan them. The future of the Roloff legacy now seems entirely decentralized. It lives in Jeremy and Audrey's growing family, in Jacob's quiet life, and profoundly in Zach and Tori's Washington sanctuary. The rumors of a fourth baby and the reality of Amy's emotional gift both point to the same truth. The family is evolving. They are learning how to exist without a shared piece of property binding them together. They are discovering that family ties must be actively maintained through effort, forgiveness, and intentional acts of love, like Amy's memory chest. The legacy is no longer about the pumpkin patch. It is about resilience, taking a step back to analyze the broader trajectory of Zach and Tori's public life reveals a fascinating case study in reality television survival. Most reality stars fade into obscurity or controversy when they leave their flagship shows. Zach and Tori, however, have managed a highly successful rebrand. By pivoting to podcasting, they have maintained their connection with their core audience while controlling the editorial narrative. Financially, they have diversified their income, utilizing brand sponsorships that align with their image as relatable, hardworking parents. Their public image has also benefited immensely from their departure from the show. During their final seasons on TLC, the edit often highlighted their exhaustion and their frustration with Matt. Now, through their own platforms, they project an image of calm, competence, and joy. The industry reaction to their pivot has been largely positive, with many praising them for prioritizing their mental health and their children's privacy over reality TV fame. If a fourth baby is announced, it will undoubtedly be a massive event for their personal brand, likely driving record numbers to their podcast and social channels. But more importantly, it will signal a complete victory over the turbulence of their past. It will show that they have built a foundation strong enough to support an even larger family, entirely on their own terms, The world of celebrity news is often filled with fleeting scandals and temporary drama, but the story of the Roloff family has endured because it is rooted in genuine human emotion. The current rumors surrounding Zach and Tori potentially welcoming a fourth baby highlight just how deeply invested the public remains in their happiness. Whether Tori is secretly pregnant or simply feeling nostalgic about her youngest growing up, the intense speculation is a testament to the connection she has forged with her audience. Meanwhile, Amy Roloff's surprise gift serves as a beautiful, tear-jerking reminder of what truly matters when the reality TV cameras are finally turned off. By gifting Zach his history, she helped him secure his future. She proved that while farms can be sold and family dynamics can fracture, a mother's love and the shared history of a family can never truly be erased. As we continue to watch Zach and Tori build their life in Washington, raising their beautiful children and navigating the complexities of their family ties, one thing is abundantly clear. They are writing their own script now. The surprises, the tears, and the joys are theirs to own. And whatever bombshell they drop next, whether it is a new baby or simply a new adventure, we will all be watching, wishing them nothing but the best.